More music on trendybeats.com.
Enter your space. Your spirit will imbibe the music. Music is the only thing that will hit you so hard, but you feel no pain. Yamajo Ediba Democracy Jumade so ewo Kessben. Enyumbre mabada for ebetna se na say yema Ghana na wochi efri jada ebesi eye endede Ghana ho etisan sem ben edede akotene yamanyo sem ewo Ghana ewo hia se yetoato adwenga de fa ho ye kire ya adwenga de fa ho there any sunsanse wo ede MIM. That is the beauty of democracy. Can be, namen can be. Shira wadring, namen shira madring. Together, we build Ghana. When you bring about your foot, Nancy, better say. Building Ghana. You're building the same. You're teaching the same. The Ghana for Afatu, who said, you be any say. Ya de amamwo enhyehyɛ ya ya de kokromotie ene kɔkyerɛ sɛ wɔn a wɔwa bam ayeto aba ede ama wɔn ayama wɔn mandate wɔn mandate a ya de ema wɔn sɛn ena wɔde abu ɔman no ama ɔman no ayɛ enti question ene sɛ voters who are Ghanaians are the 18 years and above of sound mind, duly registered and willing and able to vote. Go to the polls and decide. Renew the mandate of the new patriotic party for another 4-year term. Because I need a so there's a party, no 8 years Ghana for their mambo share one son wa buni ye wama Ghana for at the year infrastructure free education technological advancement laying solid foundation for air digitalization and related matters. Where the National Democratic Congress says no. Mandate our demand new air patriotic party for the past 8 years. I will renew air 2020 no. Why oman no basa oman no enko ye infrastructure development bia eni ho free research no kra wodi dwa no kra na won na hyase mo de Ghana sign ma won pa sa won sign trans 4 years Ghana for ene na mwara o mwara other political parties and other movements and so about pro said no, let there be a game changer. NDC, NPP, no, same anyway, change so that Ghana will be better. Anyway, it is all about politics. Who gets what, when, and how. As for the when, we all know December 7, 2024. We'll go and vote, God willing. So as to when, we all know as Ghanaians. How? We know. Because through the ballot box, we will cast our ballots and decide whether to break the 8 or to retire the 8. So as for who That is the question. Who gets the nod for the next 4 years for Ghana's democracy? That is the big question for a year December 7. Ghana for ebeko ballot box na wakochire se hwan na yede Ghana nisa for the next 4 years no ene na nwumbre yet no se ewo democracy jumadi eso up ye be se Ghana for answer na ebeko akoto ya ba no nema ben na enyina so ede amayen den ene ye ahwesode ede mayen den ene ye susudua ede mayen aye gina so ede ato aba for the next 4 years. Is it about the economic situation in Ghana for better or for worse? Future no at the same, alternative no at the same, and you bring our democracy jumadi. So politicians, political parties, political leaders seeking power ever pro ever Ghana to convince Ghanaians. Say who here say obeto aba ama one parties and you bring one representatives ebet na say na say and some walk apra walk no emu dia wo himpa and Ghana for e was say if na yigina so e de say beto ya aba for either for or against any of the political parties inti ye be eno ya hwani sunsan so e wo e de emayin. Now, Manchester South for Ebeko Akotraba Eye Ochinameka delegates for the new Patriotic Party. Ebeko Akotraba Ochina Akoji Openia wo susu se wo betumi I replace Matthew Opoku Prempe Doctor who is a member of parliament for Manchester South constituency ono sisi Nyankopon Eshira no ayi Abrewa Puma Kwem Ede Amano no Ede the unanimously endorsed running mate for His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Alaj Mahmoud Baumia. And I want to say delegate sign court na Okotuaba. Now with the build up to Ochina Manchester then and so 4 people are contesting. Who are these 4 people? And then so enyumbre yebeko Manchester South they ko say one parliamentary primary sa obeko ochina the same and she ahomboa and totoye who is leading and what is going on in that constituency. Will look at that na yahwe honsem bigidi yes sabre ya wo hye wate say organized labor wo hwa say as a competition wo hwa behena organized labor we no I the release about from Monday workers as to lay down their tools. They are not going to work. We are doing that because of what? Because of SNET 60% stake in some of the hotels, 4 hotels one list Rock City say Obeko Akwako what 2 just Obeko Akko na we ne bed na was say what is idea man nti obia say free dwade kono won adwuma efo nkwa adwuma and all that it will appear say ene nanka Ghana from Monday no is going to be terrible but ntia yenya free enre nwumbre eba and it's a kurase waka na nso so onwe Rock City International say okay say ya na beko kra mpo de ade no kra no ebogun fa ne nku ade no kra ya withdraw ye interested kra biem snit so e de aba abonten abe confirm say one marriage of whatever na ekoso no say omako back to the drawing table saying na ehonsem eti anwumbre ye behwe na hwe ne susan so e wo e de mayen notices are organized labor 7 years and still now you are not seeing say Omar revise the notices. So what is going on from Monday? Was it then we are expecting say Omobe rescind one decision to go on demonstration so that we can proceed from here. And you remember for Ebert Nasi Ebehe there in Susan Swa a war the Mayen. Yenina Ebekai ne koso na wochi say the outdooring ceremony Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe Napo and his acceptance speech or deliver no oko kasa kasa no kasa bisu se wan kasa ye so akoto bomb enti wasan ede aba say okay say wan kasa ye ne opacho pa o ninsada ninse ye wapacho say won fa ne mfonso nche ne nya bo apaye and all that enwumbre e democracy jumadi say who look at this na hwe so e wo e de my so mo akwaba e de ba democracy jumadi so bono nso apa hosima ensia 13th day of July 2024. Producers na sheshe jumadi se yemfa embra miding ade Ohene Gyan lawyer, thank you, and I will say thank you to Yeren himself about for ebe transisi and answer no. The main producer of the show, who is Akuya PSC Asare Yebediakon Ewoha Enyumbre, as a special guest because ono NI2 no say onko na onko hwehwe se menhia saden na ekoso ewo na onfa report embrain PSC mu adwo
lawyer mejo so
boko de
lawyer thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
At the right time within Akuya PSC no e can be so yo na oba din na hwan and dey nya no na e be koso but menhia south what is saying
well menhia south kama jam ya admo china bode beba so ba ko toba
okay
enimu no nipa nan na part no mutimi clear o mo say o mutimi contest nti owusu afri prempe ono na ballot no odi kan lawyer nana ajay bafo awua ballot no to so mienu na akwasi koka jam bibi ono so to so miensa na James owusu boache to so nan nti nipa nan we no mkotom so ba na delegates no I think say omyam 569 na yami admo china omobeto aba no. Now they run up to the whole thing. Say yami admo china omobeto aba no.
Ma bisa Thursday ye program na Professor Smart Sapon and researchers wado suko ewo Menhia South awakoye one research what they want findings eba bonting from the findings the two dwa Thursday punch jumadi so na chese wo hwe ne sene awode two dwa ne dia na one research awakoye no den adi pefe se lawyer oye nana bafo ewia otosumi no na chese watwim kra on na 70% kra on na da hono lawyer brantie ono mom de me I have a personal bias for him because way back Tamana ye Jumadi ewo Fox and all that. At that time, Abrantia na our campus. He is one of the people that are only general abito normally we that or very active. Very active. Very active on radio, speaking for the New Patriotic Party at that time. Way back before crowd Obeko UK, Akwako to Jumadi. So we go way back. Those times that times chairman was Tonton so was a very young vibrant guy that time no so ever program and all that so see match and I was some party nache and I was share ne nim die baby edru ene na ho keka ne account set wo share tama napo ebe minister for education ono na lawyer for na put personal ono na any cases mo de no to nchen a committee sa na committee me kaisa tamake university basa ABC university na omo set up committee am omo yewe ono na opa na obe kan committee no ho a aside that he has served on very important committees and boss ewo Ghana or Katsi Napo. You could see at that time say he was somebody and Napo a grooming on say in the event say ofriwa ebi obeba ebe take over from him. So he has prepared himself adequately. Very astute lawyer. When we can lawyers are utati no ewo the interviews on where he's being very articulate and all that. Very humble person and down to earth and all that. me na enya me won say resource no ba ya na oye way above 70% threshold. Na minim say ene Saturday between Thursday and Saturday in political discourse bibia TVC. There are me person me who say then the course was CA as we speak, not as Thursday program, but currently then the course was
the course no Thursday no and then the same thing and the course. You can Thursday no and then the Saturday you come out the Sunday 14th Marco Tabano and the course pepe.
Okay.
Because you know why? Now also politics so we share afenuno omoko na obi officer.
So maybe eya koye o share post na ba ya koye direct race between also free prempe who is order number 1 and lawyer Nana J Bafo. Yes.
Nti sana etisi ya okoro ma sana etisi ya but the make me catch a confirm me say the delegates are one more Mensia South I catch them enumere around 5:30 say nyame ya dum china lawyer Nana J Bafo na ombeto ba ma no de enti amam ko du ho awie enumere ni say na on say omo beto ba obi a kana sem obetumi ade aboa ma delegate no mo ho ato mo now one of the key messages are a lawyer we be mu ni say o say nyame adom a obe create welfare fund e dey ma electoral areas no.
Okay.
I mean indeed one ma each electoral area be 5,000 Ghana cedis as a seed capital.
5,000 it is 50 million.
50 million. No, 50,000 sorry. 50,000.
Oh yeah, go crowd. 50,000 is 500 million.
Yes. Nyame adom a wo say omo fa nkonko bi account. It is omo adom de every month we make sure say odi beka ho so that so obi ho kire no wo hono a omo ntwan se bia empimra omo abetimi ayi bi ade aba obi so obi na pa adwuma ya ero dem ma interest free loan no dem ma omo ama omo ni age
na I revolving fund
that's it na e kosum da enti omo ni age pa na dey to me say one of the constituent executives akotro letter issue statement say asam na lawyer e no e scam. Na all kinds of dia say or the 50,000 comma ebia area we ya now so disca no
efrom
ho e de kofo fro sana
scan when edition in some no nsaso scan no asan dan dia ma asan fa round na o de chinchin round sir
me cry me wan kwa this politics I name the politics here quick.
No but why are you surprised? This is part of the
game. Baby o monye dro no for mention for instance there and can we this can timi here we cry for mention South lawyer the heartbeat of the MPP lawyer mention South almost o ma broso cry and this we are constituent executive na ultimate question say I say Senebea for you are no candidates be advantage now say na hard dream because Mukonsu no crash just say we are executive member you don't have a candidate who campaign man no internal crash and party no crash we just suspend o
candidate you be on the candidate but my point is say opinion you know say people do but my point is that for say obi enya ni suade hunu say me establish sade we mpo to help so that from time to time we'll beef it up and that idea no says kakrankoya is a very laudable idea. Very laudable idea. It's about ideas. Yes. Very laudable idea. And my point is that so share research now koye wo hona. Not sadie we ember. It was just about when they are visible. Why any susu say or unifier? Why any susu say or reliable party and the best replacement for Obi to say Dr. Matthew Poku Prempa. Majority of the people, about 70% say a lawyer no mususu say obetimi aboa. So when they just additional something.
That is it.
And the way now the way you call Henje was so I mean I'm not sure the delegates will buy this.
And the delegates no me omo na frame it is a interview no just or their best can cry nye. Ye cry the CPC what am call your school ho. Me no omo ko say ye die nye. Or their brain nti asem nam ho keka no mo mayen fa ebu fuso embo amoso because delegates ya brapa asa de wo ye hu bi da e bia ho be kire no afa phone no afra no abo this no was ne ko ha ko giba ku bi ne ko apart from that we say don hu bia na so obi dey sa laudable idea is police we ba dia na so wo titin chen na wo to ebo ba park no so a obna mo nya adwen
okay
enti wo dey lawyer me pa cha okay ye mo just few minutes bi o mo interviews no
no why not if there's an interview
Pages, I read there's
an interview let's listen to what they're saying
Scanner has here to unfair to the magic. Or the scanner bear so well fed. Until you so well fed. They catch us or think to see him. One for the catcher and fat. Until the other son by the cheap about the fat.
So I went for the city. The one part.
A boy here. No boy.
The move is awesome top on my own.
Never took. Media. Because me di na ho dance a ebobo ade abachi I just say me wa dam for papa bi wo abuchiri Canada na wo se me kon nam so me ko meeting ni asomesi mi aso se woni mu no wo se lawyer ba for wo you good rough just say papa ni di ho dance a sende me audio so lawyer ba for the say ya so amana ya because obi out here buchiri di nwa dance na me amete Ghana na beka sesei nti enya de papa ye so ni muye se de tie bia ni se ye so ni ya obeyi yi ti se de obi di nwa dance wa buchiri ye ntoma no but obi ni mu na odi nwa dance nti se ye kuti sa lawyer we dia emwaye nti wono ankasa ni beto amado frame sakinetu meto aba me delegate
Enyanike skani wa manager osisia treasure eveno anti Alice Dia ono osisia opera with my conference kan nam dia bechiro o meji wifi fund ne de ya me boa Monday ye committee no ne diskana ku bi accounts ne ahase ya operate iso bi aka se wa begia oni an onye nkofo ene oni agoma me as coordinator o me bisa me we na dwini no de baby no ka scanner we asisia wo as media man no person no with my coffee na me abeji onye ni kwese obi abeji
Di na be mo obi abon ti baka se madam
we enu de ze aba se to abaidi obi a pese e take advantage of because oh ya de no be ze let me be against no let me be aka se ni kan yi mu a e ni ana o kasa ka so ba and as coordinator we do something there to say na send but all the social media there because they are in a party for that one then be there to about here the day PC all of us will be behind it so all those things must stop. Oh, it's okay. It is a calm, quiet, and very organized. It will be a welcome. So it should be a people's choice.
Okay, so said I would see the way I know him, I'm not surprised with this one or Mudia dance here, Emmanuel. He's a calm guy, but Nani a ding. So Unimna as a lawyer, Nani a ding, and Unimade, Unimde, Bam Rana, Wabing, Nani Nyembre. He's a very calm, respected guy, but Nani Susueding, and these are the guys you need in parliament. So sorry, original parliament so kasa obe kasa ashe man share south for any munyam say oh so me I'm not surprised say omudi ni ho dance here esa no na well baby you free there me I don't want to go now but some amunim say ono so free so yeah let's see how it goes
so yaka di omo say omo they prefer lawyer nana
no but imagine 70% na unse Professor Smart Sapon there oh no or any researcher said I mean like it's open as it were
unse lawyer na tama na prof research enyama no the Tuesday na ya trafia ha aka say e form no na omo pe lawyer ba for wia ye ne de kan Tuesday and Wednesday Thursday no prof
research
ne ba I be so say I said that's what when me do kuba what on ha prof ni ha oni ha it dey edi kan ho asenda da because your call form no sema no mo ka no na kire se omu hia no
was 72% plus the massive endorsement
because media me no lawyer in my candid opinion me if they can be we if I have with the first candidate because democracy and people some say democracy but me then come me way that's some kind of opinion say then can just be anka also if you prepare a contest because the fact is that media me can as independent analyst I mean obi an opinion and so be I can atia fam me can media say sankadan can minimum and say me ben no I would have told him say on step it onyai.
Now what then the more you say be Nkrufo and Tunisia. I say democracy well is 21 years and above.
Yes.
Until he qualifies,
yes.
He's a registered voter and all that. So once he qualifies there,
well, we also be a free banner. And my mom for a year Jeffro. Sir Obra now Obra El call so Yami Aduna MPP or call or vice president.
Who's the Thursday now because Napo I sympathize with him.
Pa.
Why? Because Ninuya and Osioque. And I will be so over the period, or then an antia or any lawyer or GD or the Munti or then to very important boards, no committees, anywhere our serve our build the whole constituency or non so echo. And where would he stand? but the bottom line is that delegates know we are one vote. I mean they know on the ground what should happen. They know the best replacement for Obi to say, we should na post channel solid. And you know, no ana onim say so Obi be ko replace na ohia Obi a ono so original why can say yes, this is the guy. And I'm not surprised say na ordinary support Emma lawyer Bafo Nana Bafo. So let's see how the delegates. But wish more. I have the confidence he's going to win. He's going to win Manchester.
Because almost hwɛn sesa me delegates no hwɛn sesa the one ya enti ya trust na aduma bana omu wi omo sa kan bom na omo timi akɔwe.
Of course that's important because I will say Eba Manchester South are one of the strongest backbones for New Patriotic Party in terms of volume of votes. So Manchester South matter very
matter pa enti you also the best but the best candidate who win the young way now. I said, Kyle, then come away party and come catch the you also free as a prime president and can walk. Media then come because I didn't say a baby and I'm say a woman saying go for cancer baby woman because I think on also young or young time will be
yes.
For the meantime with you then can you can said a BC as anti north. Emrana lawyer and their peer could be and the late Koyoban radio contest na sebi na me to nsa frɛ no on say lawyer twene ho firi ho because I have got any jama on no query tinda I just some no na manfo ye on say o man you know ye the emotions
so the next 4 years when he came overwhelmingly people voted for him.
Well the emotions kasa on say Harry fam mra no ne mra no say this the assembly fan to but emotions dey kasa nti and because of emotions in societal issues nti no nanka why be at na nanka so that's a question nanka ba yie so be ya em fan sem bin fan fra
well PS some piece of politics for all you know no sometimes they be crowd no crambo pese or step aside there are people who urge him on so because the delegates no udi bibia to nchen you can say the fewer the merrier but delegates no the more candidates never no especially if somebody is obia from the background or obia somebody who can energize the ground sir. I mean to say some mapa there and the well the more na more banana ama enquire no more so of course you should understand that you know the politics it's part of the game you know it's part of the game
yeah so Professor Kandapa honorable Abet Kamada the pa the bano was men chairman
oh okay
was men chairman pa na Mr. Yao Sapon Boatin so RTI right information bill CEO right information CEO no on say men fa chairman
okay
Mr. Yao Sapon Boatin and the professor
upon maybe say yes and smile no smile no so say oh smile say anyway thank you Aniana thank you okay so that's Akuya PSC Asare Bediako is a chief executive producer of Democracy Punch morning program and all that and Embrace you to so on commercial south now on the sukona on my updates updates no and our day abrayan ewo mention south and Embrace Democracy bedia for it na say ubetimi Sunday o message the about 0551599933 just send us a text or a WhatsApp message 0551 599 933. Just send us a text or a WhatsApp message. Let's think and let's talk Ghana in Yumbre or democracy. Jumadi so in Yumbre and some I Ghana send a medical boboso and I yet nasi na yato to drink and here for politics is interesting. Rujeje Rousseau and a kind of man is born free, but everywhere he is in chains. Now the chains are the laws. From the time I been in San even when you are dead, public administration will chase you. Because even baby, you don't go to cry, burial permits cry now when you be intimacy. When you put there, our brass as so when you know, buying a bed decide to say, we are willa, you will law I ditch. Why you will I say for law, I know so. And do pill. Wajapade and Embra and the beche. We find out fed where do crown and it's regulated by law. So public administration from the time I be wo to so be school I be call Adriana be die and no man be talk out be was as so be is governed by law. So man is born free. But we na from that time was there are a lot of chains. The chains are the laws. That's why we say yeah, politics no and regulate the activities. And regulate the activities because no nima and kana you be call into the state of nature. Say you enter into the state of nature. They are saying wow with him. So be 100% right. And obi ready so the be ma a bigger power bit is buying. Na aban na control ya nkasa activities there could be a 100% right absolute. It is a mimi 100% right absolute there. What it means in the same and yes menam ho na mi hu se opanyi akoto ne ka bi fe na we are Prince Benz no pe the Benz pa no akogye in latest Benz na me hwe na Benz no manage ho a eno ane se makanasi for se masa get out na me ho ye de nti my go na tin chen na me de ko obi ana me ni problem bia eno enti na ya ye kan se ho hia se ye seed away your rights a nyankopon de ama ye no bi na de ama a super structure bi a friend aban se on fan regulate ye nyina your life so that obi ebejo bensa na hu se ye jimi bensa state no e coercive force I de betwima so nti na hunya se beka kwaje obi bens me de titrasem kwaje a beka kwada prison enti na emra ewo ho no nti na ya hyehya ya benya abanya ye koto aba ene koji no because sad nim there was state of nature ho na ubenya the description said the life of man will be solitary, nasty, brutish and short. Every individual will live in a perpetual fear because your life will be solitary, nasty, brutish and short because you'll be anywhere or protected war. That is why on the 7th of December ebekwa akotwa say ye kwa akoyi aban a ye to me amano say ombwa na on regulate your life at the same time no on better your life at the same time on protecting and all that. So on the 7th of December when na oye enhyehyeye pa obetimi aboa na ya brabo edi. As well as who gets what, when, and how. That's the shortest definition of politics. Who gets what, when, and how. As for when, we know it is 7th of December. How, we know, say, the ballot papers and the but who? And a question. And you bring welcome to democracy on Kessben. Meeting at the Ohene Gyan, thank you, and I will say thank you too. So send me a text message 0551599933 is our WhatsApp or a text line. Let's talk Ghana. Let's think Ghana. Okay. So me wo Gabi Chre, who is a member movement for a change. Ewo ha enyumbre. Gabi mi mwajo.
Me nya fanyi me joso.
Na mbom ti sen.
Oba dia daroma. Wode ne achen ya pomuye.
Okay.
Ya hoden.
Okay. Enkwa ne hia. E do ba dia se. Me go Prince obri ya bo ade no eta di juma o ha MPP is an economist. Prince mwajo.
Thank you, lawyer.
Nah, thank you too. Na bom to say. Is ya ache?
Thursday best studio na me drive for very far distance. We see ya banem jam for na everybody na.
No,
I needed to sort permission. I'm here dom okukura mu bibia eboko.
Always looking fresh.
Yes, and you see I was enjoying if I should call the literature, the education and if every human being here that absolute right here, we need to cede some of the power to someone. I love that bit of education.
Well, you read Thomas Hobbes, the Leviathan.
Yes.
When you want to understand and appreciate the state, anyhow, state in Ankasakra, evolve, the various ones that you read Leviathan, you enjoy it.
I would definitely look for the book because the bit of narrative I was sharing.
Without the superpower or the government to regulate our life as individuals, the life of man will be in perpetual fear. And in that state, he calls state of nature. In that state of nature, the life of man will become solitary, nasty, brutish, and short. As simple as
that. Still, we still live in fear. At some point in time, because you still have certain elements within the society now who do not want to conform to the general rules. But I think that as a omani nipa ye koyenim no ye besua de ne aye de ye se de be ya omani bit my pa sa ye nyina ye hope for. So thank you, lawyer.
I thank you too. Okay. Now, straight up, issues, matters arising and other. Michael is Mills. She also constituency secretary, New Patriotic Party, who speak for the New Patriotic Party. Kwame Etia Patrick, who is a director, Students Affairs and Elections, NDC Shanti Raging. The two couples to join us as we discuss Ohene Gyan and now because they are not here. Me shall say in free Gabi ho na me bisa Gabi. In fact, Endra ebesi and then you bring and as of and there Bobe 12 midday still. Na I am shishia because the latter part of the evening nanka makoma bafam chese na anije ba say oh after all Rock City cry say warisa and as I would draw from the entire project and as net so cry no Elizabeth Ohene a snit or mo board we cry the idea ba so snit for so waja to me all that antina ahoto so ba so sanet see dia and they intended strike enya ade a ebeba so but ebesi sabre no yenya any well pada bia na me nyanya we but that's all the time I monitor we na me nya any positive signal say omo sign I reverse the letter any communicate omo the bible in various organized groups our issue letter say from Monday me mom work esem kwadwuma no omo fa communicate bia my say asem no enam say snit ene Rock City for adena ambasunti no ebia say no omo a reverse nti mande obi anko adwuma enam yam hihye me because ka hwe the kind of people so omo air strike na I was wondering self command know how is Ghana going to run. Gabi,
I think that is a very good observation. Said now can Enra said now can around that same time or share the various organized labor or groups in Ghana. Sebezebe, wow, yeah, Jumo, Chromo Biano, you find yourself under one of these umbrella. If you are in the health sector, when is a Ghana Medical Association or more release or more letter. I mean, subscribing to the strike direction by organized labor and public workers, and so thereby a midwifery council, like all the organized groups nearby.
Being a lawyer, just the judicial no service. I almost the end of boom crowd. Lawyers, you do July. Now your holiday, July ending.
One of the entities I'm say Omo release a letter in relation to the new twist of events nearby Ghana Medical Association. And in fact, their position was very simple. In the news item, any better is now Rock City is pulling out from the bid. In a letter, Honorable Brian Champon, our Obianim Zone, the CEO of Rock City, or share on the social platforms, or the X platform, the Facebook platform, and various media outlets in the picking up. So, I said, a lawyer, on matters of principle, you cannot tender this as a valid source to take an action by these organized forums or buying. So, the position of medical council, no ASA, until there will be a letter issued from SNET, terminated the contract in its entirety. Not to say they have pulled out into Yafanas, they will not allow their workers to work because many opinion. I am a sabi metna enim defo nim say they appreciate the issues I am there. You see, on the basis of public policy. Sabi yanchong amamra no bia sabi oh abantu me wonti me nto agapade a osika beti mato I famra kwanso. But said you wonim no for the sake of public policy some things are not done. Because public policy there sabi ya pepepe obi nkotena se ma memne fe ne ya odie bi because a minister of state, a member of parliament, will be a consortium, whole cluster of hotels, Sabi put himself up. Say, for whatever reasons, the reasons SNET were given, and no said these are unsubstantiated reasons. I obey my to Manase, Sabi, a Pobianca said, Nimina, so papa be names a Jinazo Timiton. But
no, yeah, jinx no matters of public policy, but say you can say oh my japade yenton mamia. Are we also not looking at it from on the perspective we are not being fair to economics and business and say aden I am my nibreno enco SNET board any SNET for na e wona sudie say obehwe say enkrofo sika ya gege ayede I trust into their care so one find your investment be yield returns so that obi ko pension I would nani so ade hunu anti a yes the contribution no obenya adepa bi efrim na so mo no tumi etna ho eka say ebia hotels kukudam we no make profit nti no omo invite obi bia say what the resources so meji 60% majority stake because once you assume majority stake you call the shot and then I am for any breno enco SNET for now or far the no buy empo say will divest 60% stake now you're interested in who is buying it
lawyer sabe yes say asem kese about frank enso and sabe the yes say asem bi nia dance ya utwa asem bi hu now the ya dance ya masem ya wo ha you allegedly. As I'm I'll choose my words carefully. Allegedly. Emma, a document popped out in the space of the Ghanaian politics. Allegedly. The document is titled a Japadie document. Allegedly. So how can you say more Japadie no more? Now we had the turnout of events and they may see clearly. The document depicts some direction of a state captured by an elite group. Document in the moon and be a woman allegedly. So can kind cratana. A trace a maybe baswan. Director General of SNET, ye be in a few. Eddie Ora or Safman for what's more mine in a ba. A dinner says SNET, Director General. Clearly, I didn't again afford draw these lines because Emperor Prince Edumadi Nessi, Nasa Edumadi Nicosia, any nanny na ye tongue or mine a japadie, sa Eddie ma. Sabi obi o wa bem o free that side of the country sabi intina maka say o ye for kra ye wa say o down so no wa ye ni bi what's my work 70% stakes 60% stakes ya can was and no kra wo mu pa na say the reasons SNETs are given many board na say na make can say inti board no ma dissolve it is in the right direction one o ma due diligence two whoever is on the board definitely the director general is on the board and come on whatever influence negotiations are causing, it is not in the interest of this country. Kromu Hayeti, reasons are SNET board, Nedema say, oh, Jani 60% stakes, Ediama Sebe, Rock City, and there was all pulled out because of pressure every or money more. Then for you back, I make out a trap and say, one day when the people begin to rise and resist oppression na yebedi ya maye ho enti said the oman na ya NDC MPP after 32 years or say oman na bedu samra temamufo ayedin say December 17 mamufo keka omo kan say MPP NDC ya wiemu a na ye de yonrabo ala na eba e chese Ghana betima die emfo yini kakra eto anada na mekasa Ghana for ti dina e ka say there be ye mpene ma ya japade enko se de ekona no and then sakrayaba ene ube ka kire Ghana for say ebo meka management me fry hotels here ebo meka hotel de na labadi mo ebo ka enyamfa so bi amfim but no kre wo me say in 2022 Labadi hotel make profit of 25 million Ghana cedis. That is kind of 250 billion cedis in profit.
No more making poor me dey forward there no so me think honestly between you and me me dream ho a menti ase e che say ye wo ankra bi e wo Asante Mantem ha ebia obi wo ne small hotel bi e wo ditchen so ebia obi wo ne small hotel bi e wo enhyiaye so ebia obi wo ne small hotel bi people as individuals run the hotel popochwa e wo baby a they are making profit. See then I mean La Palm Labadi hotel strategically located na ye wo border omoje border allowance
to make the best of decisions for
et ho say sa institutions we no make losses into no yen diverse so omote where ye dey I mean like so be no ya adwen say sometimes ya bufuo no should not, and then they justify it.
Yes,
and they are still there.
Why? Because they are
still there and they are justifying it and they are still there.
They've taken the citizen for a
then as I say there
because for a moment and let me comment some of the element maka say Ghana for insure ira lancha mate papa na kan say be say omaya ye cheche
I thought so because so no go kuje tablet because he's the one who forced for this
Ghana for more ira lancha jo chamate ambaso na Ghana for more ira okuge to abaso adi jam because Ghana for more ira lancha mate ambaso or say my Ghana after 32 years partisan politics afen na yen fefe adentin ye run what we call government of national unity e me color we dem de omo betimi aya ma na ye nda bia me ka se hwe ye ro okugwato won wadwuma so waba mo man enti ye balance se woto abama ne so ye president no de say nipa we ka nkofo ma adwene te say ro okugwato mpempem ho a o man ne bedi enti na me ka se ye mo ye ro alan aba so no enti so hu say de ye nya element be in the shape of ye ro okugwato a wagina ma pepepe ye aba enti de maka ne say de no waka no the citizenry Ghana timamufo ye bumfu ye enti amanofo no mo fire there again wasam na obuzaina we make reference back to the Japade document the alleged document and in some na ye kono sabe clearly menu apanyi o man na Japade na sabe kra no o dey let's give them the benefit of that say ye boka why don't we float shares ye float to shares mumeto bi sabe ya ene ye so ho na sabe ye nyamfa so acha nkaka ye nyaka ya acha nkaka sabe enko man mu ye na say o ka no e ka na mpem o man ni bebresa why do we have to sell 60% upfront clearly this is a state captured by an elite group.
You see, meba. You see, me problem me wa. Say ebia say eko fasa angle of state capture na ebia enka wunya organized labor emo organize and support to ade we say you see because I will saying say at the time as ade no sha ase no na the new director general na what take over na say process no no I'm asking this question because process no e sha ase ansana a new director general eba and as oba ye no boy we so say me lande ya no say ye kwa kotonsa stake we ya
lawyer
so if you know from a broader perspective
me opinion lawyer based on the press release by the DG of SNET you're also from I can tell an authority that the processes commence under his leadership
adentia
ye wo ha and my papa Freddie Blair free CPP joining NDC BD chairman MPP BD chairman neba ye Freddie Blair koko pie na some more can say sika ye brand champon rock city ne person on fan to these hotels neba or ye neba wadi roughly around 33 years ebedi in excess of $200 million then so snake and fast Japade na anton amaneba Oyo nsantroni e ho asem da wanim. Ye Freddy Blaine some ne na mem and some my sheshe ne mena se pa or do to dwan say on tiase se ne ba building in excess of $200 million. Sika e bro de Era Brand champion Rock City e de master say onfa ye japade na ma. Now, Osha the response is free the DG, Director General of SNET. You're all for her buyer. Now, some you know can say obedia in tendering and bidding, obedia. It goes through certain processes. Now, the first stage, the chance you have to be awarded some marks as a water exams now are passing. Then some more can you say, Tio. Yera Freddy Blaine ban passed the first stage of the building process when you're the 50% threshold mark and qualified into the next round of the bidder. And mark the envelope now they will bid any whatever documentations, how you want to pay all the liquidity documents, whatever documents thereof a hiyama bidding. A sense that one passed the 50% building, they did not open the document.
It's a process.
So clearly
a process.
He is speaking from a point that one can say. Or me beto omne se papa na or say papa no very affirmative statement, meaning that he is privy to all the processes and yet clearly if these processes have started under the tenure of Dr. Tenkraya unity but a son say be take over then making reference back to the alleged documents and clearly now era okuja to nyamin shaw pa one wase for nyamin shaw organized labor kwan amofa so empanifo ko hia. Now you see Chroma in there one.
Again, I'm not cutting you, but organized labor, omo ababe for the microphones are active. Omo ababe for representatives on the Senate board. What
you see?
Anyway,
omo na action time. Clearly, omo na action time. Left to the political appointees. Nanka yatwama asa.
Anyway, you hold your breath. I'll come back to you. And now, Gabi Chre. And I would say is a member movement for a change, or a democracy. Jumadi song Kessben. Ben Prince Obri Eboa as an economics. That means on this issue. Is a take on this. Prince
lawyer. Mamenchia obi. Na menchia menuamo. Na enumere me chia me head of research. We team bia. And some of Boba, woman, a research, mammy, near Bettina Hay in Yabiaka. Unfortunately, my team leader, Nedjan Aquatana, UK. Metias is here, I was sending messages, say, or hear me. Ain't I'm watching Camacho, Michelle, by Juman with me, with me. But yeah, as I'm only my Quinta Mason, Ghana politicians, I'm sorry to say, as a umuri fear dientem. Na media no me picking completely different from the Minua Gabi the fire no.
Okay.
Me try some refreshing my memory. At least by the grace of God. Year back to the year 2000 abano. Na ye near shall see ye then efi. Enti niema bibri o ho a course so ye kai. Enti me twen madwene call 1999 or before 1999 BBB about my Ghana man FN diversity implementation program. Na said they were tear for bit me align with me. 1999 Yewra JJ Runs a tonton or my yeja pade bibri through IMF program. The net effect is that ye kotoaba the year 2000 NDC lost the election miserably. Enti na ka yenyina nim say the other political parties MPP ebesua ade ayeden afrimu wo mu ebedi akonwa a na yewura John Ajekum Kofo ana omampanyini obu omeya ye kwakodu afi 2007 ebekọ na wie ya ye kofa bibi di bebo mu atema yenyina bete was that oman no ho akere no because of some challenges bia ebae entine ho akohia se aban no su benya sika oton eniema ni bi ede yeden oman na japade bi no otimi raise the necessary funds and okoton Vodafone Ghana that time na Ghana Telecom na ade a me nwanwa kakra about MPP repeating the same mistake they committed. And for the record, so we go online the final sales agreement of Ghana Telecom to the then British Vodafone. Woman reaching around July, 3rd July 2008. Next 6 months to the election. What are we seeing now? It is still again 6 months to the elections. And I am using a buy because of Senate control. As we make another decision, so Oberton a major stakeholder property at the amount another private individual. Now we share the Vodafone sales. Course so after 2008. Now the hotels issue and also appropriate up they have a lot of similarities. Vodafone case, the main man in contention, a PC appeal for it. I remembered him very well. Emma, he came out to make a lot of serious allegation against the government. No, so anti-corruption crusader. And utie PC appeal for it, and some are raising a mereno, some mereno. Na utie yura Blay. MPP, former chairman, and some are also raising in a year. They are almost the same because in each of the situations, the two top personality, PC Pro for you, now a former, no a MP at the time, and no up Ghana's parliament, a man near tone, a buying air tone, that Ghana telecom project. Now, Yera Blay, or no see the immediate past MPP chairman. Then I'm a person maker. The person maker say the political parties, omu there from their mistakes. Say me did say omu ya there pa omu keep archives and omu keep record about sequence of event a see edu omu ko oppositioner. I would have thought that enka with the mantra of breaking the 8, I share and as MPP share 4 years ago. Some of these elementary mistakes, they would have avoided it. Osha, and then all the stakeholders, my Ghana, no more they release their basset a free Monday echo. They were going to go on strike simply because of one pronouncement to be a akoso say ye ton Senate ton or mine eja padiebi. Me did say politicians. They don't learn from their past mistakes. And Osha factors, Emma MPP lose 2008 elections now. Ghana Telecom, the sale of Ghana Telecom, played very instrumental role because there was a huge allegation of bribery and corruption changing hands as at that time. And the opposition at the time capitalized on it. A lot of Ghanaians heard the cry of the opposition and they made their decision.
But the opposition buy, so they didn't reverse the transaction as promised Ghanaians.
No, it was impossible. Lawyer, I am
no. But Rebecca in your opposition, the campaign then.
Mekaipa.
Okay, ni pakura na odi eni mupa.
Mekaipa.
Ampi wanya.
Is it
Honorable Haruna
Idrisu?
Eventually, what happened?
Woman timanya honwe. Enti the American is a middle maker factors that will aid you or babo amo opposition, and it looks as if say. They are not keeping their track records. In Titambia, maybe a bit almost fall within the same trap. And you're very unfortunate. Now, my humble view is that any there one year there will issue a mukrane, Kawakofa organized labor strike at the Abano, NPRA. And Che, Anna Nearman ye de mobile bond Bekache, you kind saying, Senate said they should hold on with the sale of the said hotels. I was of the view, said, Munkofoya Moya heads of all these state institutions, you are appointed by the government. So couldn't there be an insider communication than release Omo the bar just last week? And I said this week, he said, we have given you the green light to go ahead and sell it. When possibly communication across Rama, say because of the public outcry, even though Bonibia with my intent to say metal company no, and as a metal hotels no, but for the sake of my reputation and image, I do not want to go ahead. And they thought that lawyer deep into politics I am of the view say they could have avoided this situation and can political gains ne opposition parties from this sale of hotels, no, they could have avoided it completely. Once again,
Mami, I want to be clear on this.
Yes.
Ne bisa ya answer no me nya ne se ne amepe no. The purchase.
Yes.
Or the stake or 60%.
Yes.
In sa for hotels we know. The sale no ena amount for MP. And now say amount for you okay, but because say nipa na auto ye NPP MP or ye cabinet minister ain't in a issue.
Lawyer, thank you.
I want to be clear on this.
Lawyer, my acquaintance, you crum how a dear nya pa ne say bonnet and kasa a friend bonnet and your bonnet. Near mum a nipa was a bonnet nechi, and ye did determine say your bonnet and I say your bonnet. And to us, no. A very difficult to meet me ya no the the amount. The same discussion ya ye senka ebia enye brand champion. Ebia all this hula balloon na air course no. Kebia kenye den keni honom. But because akoye brand champion and perceived political stance say otia ban mu na ono ana ese beto sa ejapade no. Da say ye papa and say eye bone expect the whole country. Say and as a majority of those groups now sorority and say omu beye du omu ye na senka ye that way round so I am very sure say enka ebia dede no kwa beye more than the den ye huni enti difficult ye kroma no bone ankasa we've not been able to define bone name depending who is perpetrating that idea no and how the public will react.
I don't have problem amount say snits board.
Yes.
And the snit in penny for and the haunted or motio.
Yes.
Now, and there, Okuji, honorable Okuji Tabla, and an annoying, and an all churning out information, and organized labor and so,
yes,
and omopim na ma tusi jijina ma afede obia status or to Baba Park and so this would have gone through.
Sure.
So whether Brian Champon or Akuadonko,
yes.
The point is that this sale would have gone through. And now maybe say, yeah, outrage, you know, is it not, is it the case, out of the other 15 ID for bidders, you know, Senko Bianya and Kenya Brand Champion and okay, say a Japadi and Obi Mefa 60% stake. Now, Brand, yeah, and the OMP, or cabinet minister, or MP, and there no way. Is that the case?
Lawyer, me know ya adwene me gidi se kebia anye honorable brand champion kebia asemu kadede ni nyeden ema ho and let us also not forget emra gabi kasano or try to betwa picture bi about certain perception bi alleged document bi akwa abonten with certain eniema yeden ewum and say obi bi obervet na so odina ni be si sa document no so no now we had this transaction the person had no option than to reaffirm say indeed there is an intent to hold certain portion of the state property. But midima no say no ade ya o ma
the way forward no and then I will share ni beyond say Brian say okay ono kra ade no they no affecting the brand negatively.
Yes.
Now Brian and then the company no at pace say snint for antimi and defend the one ankasa washina wotiki
yes.
When timi am public no and who the processes legitimate processes are of farmer or the bedroom baby awedri until or just net crampo say be ya or publish the processes so they be redeem it on also the company no image and all that. Where do we go from here? Is it the case of Brian so when you're 20 obi akotia that said bema yaman sabidia on your politics is that okay? What should happen to sad the IC? And Grofo take the decision to emphasize it, defend it. As of last week, people were insisting say what should happen?
In brief, Taka Simbi. If Grofo ye put him in the hand on affairs of Senate. Say omuntimi and manage that small portion of hotel business now. They have no business on the board or on the management of Senate at all.
Okay.
My philosophy in life, and they say as much as possible, lawyer, and near man kitting about my brabum, I will take care of it. So me paraphrasing, I always take care of the little things, and I will leave the bigger ones to God to address it. Just like Oka. Unya tise baby je twen na se wan kwa ankoya wo de beko anima the whole car will break down wa wuntimi ye den and repair check on my Ghana. Say you focus on a nearma sector by sector, a nearman kitty every sector. Now the efficiency I then alcohol. Eventually it will affect every sphere of the economy. Unfortunately, a nearman kitty the various sectors and the sub-winners, you know, yeah. Ni eje mu amana ye basa ye wi ani aka cho say me manage this hotel by I can manage the whole SNIT as an institution. I think that emra so say or as a country we need to embark on serious reforms. Now you're having a second look at how state agencies and enterprise see managing the infrastructure burden every woman.
Okay, me that say Prince Obri Yebua Eda Oceano enyumbre tie enyumbre democracy jumadi so ewo Kessben. I'm expecting to hear people may resign na I resign, but I can bet you Ghana you forget it. Kwame etia
NDC ni Mr. Bahase Bekasa.
Kwame etia Patrick Director Students Affairs and Elections NDC Ashanti Region. He speaks for the NDC. Bogo there.
Lawyer, that father sir. Aja.
Na adia sawana wo adia nsa wo space ya as medicated. Oh wow.
Te onze untimi nche your friend is a lobby Santiana in my life kakaba ko be show.
Okay.
Ne boy. There's that.
No photochronic I
nu enkofo video mo she okru.
Okay.
Lawyer.
Where just say Nyakutia because apart from me, I'm the next person.
Oh,
Lawyer. The first person will still do.
Lawyer, that's how they no body power.
I've not said that, but
Lawyer, thank you.
I thank you.
Lawyer, Aja, Omai say ya na say. Na ya tu your ones was say hwe mo Omai ni say. We say mle baba nchiri baba. Ombeka say na ntina muto na mo hwe ma Omai no.
Somebody's phone is giving us serious feedback. Please.
Anye ye kra no. There should be nipa bia ene ya. Oman yi say e be on record say omu kasa to authority. And some of us it's not just about NDC adwuma na ye. Nanso say de Nyankopon eyi Joshua ni Mose mu. Say mre bi dura omu meje omu man emfiri ohaw ni amane mu no. We see ourselves as apostles of this country. So at this dying moment, nipa bia before man yi born man yi sell man ni dachi no. Nyankopon be fire so no dey agigana every o man ni mu. Enti eguso ne Ghana fo di nkomo. Na nkomo a anwumre ye di nso. Esa hye mu kena hia se as o man ye ka ye hu bom na ye gigana free oye ne ya ye de Ghana akwa mu. Lawyer Mami Chebusanfo Bibri, every time nti Yantimancha, but your parliamentary candidate for Kwabri East, Honorable Joseph Amankwa. Hey, Maminchiano, na Yonko Swanshan and Crown Boy Jumapa, any parliamentary candidates that I can you know. Na see any ye mention out. You told about a parliamentary candidate. Amonu Jemfu, Papa B. Amonu so, Maminchana, my man, congratulations. The Onano Obi Busan say, Amonu na, see na pokoi. Obey them so on na pona no open nti. Omo dom koi na bane de kokokra, ono oba no wa lazy ni boot for na ponto. Te say na pako. Dom koi ni ba ho for no so say the sefala nti say I say Real Madrid ne fan ko ba nti say Manchester out then this year died. Amonu ajewi. Amonu obia. Jaya wa another fantastic lady bisu odrobon so. Aja Safira no so boy dwuma odrobon so pa. Okay. Aja Michao. Lawyer, enkoma ye di. O say ona say nhyɛ so obi anu adwuma for still here ona mbabia obi ase oba na nhyɛ so esa okratie ne yam hyehye no ko wan hwe ya for still nhyɛ so de be si nhyɛ so na ma me kya no for sinadary nhyɛ so na babia obi ase oba na unim enkoma aba krom ha ye di no obi ho a wonte da abusafo de aba ne say e ka de can be before kan hotels e organ na nyina aton di ana Yakopon nam yewura kujeto abraso.
Me programs na wakanza asemi.
lawyer na nka eba ne say
Maybe before Ghana hotels in Nadi.
Aban hotels nyina.
Aban hotels in
Na 6 hotels asamgeto a.
Hey.
Lawyer hotels makuma 6.
Want to mean 6 hotels in context.
Okay, 6 hotels.
Hey.
6 hotels. Lawyer ma clarify 6 hotels. 6 hotels. Hotels makuma kunsia. Lawyer, komo kani nyina bom. Ato amomo party ni bi. Ana nyankopon nam yewura okujoto abra kwaso. Abeje yen. Na ene me mfasa akonya weso. Na yenkwa gatreti ehu nyina as Ghanaians. Yem nyina ehu afiri mu. Because baby anka ye kono onyankopon nam yewura okujoto abra kwaso. Any organized labor, any Ghana fo nyina so aje yen. Na sem ne sen. Owe history as a country a. De bia ye betana na edi nkomo a. Lawyer, ye ka say Kwame Nkrumah started name bi na emre bi kwa na ye ka o Ghana na ye assemble cars o Ghana ye so na ye tiles na ye car tiles o Ghana na ye sin o Ghana and sa companies ni nyina egu ye say ye den egu ye read history na sa mentality ya ene asa wo ye say abanya japade ye mfama private individuals na betima ran no the same ade na predecessors from Kwame Nkrumah time omo ba nyina the same reason omo de tonton abaja pade ene sa companies no ko achi baka unhu biem enti say countries bi aye e de abanya pade ama private individuals ama na run successful any ekrom ha because your history kire say ye industries are time gone successive governments ye dem private companies with the hope say omo na betima run no most of them na uto ani na hwehwe omo unhunu enti saa adwen na da bi ehye nipa bi tirim se aban wo company aban ntimi nrane saa company no ne amfa saa company no emma private individuals no mo na betima rane no me I take strong exception to that because your history as a country ebia as a student of entrepreneurship obetima read other country to say United States no they purely capitalist no am typical examples of aban companies bia ye dem private businesses are doing well Baba your chrome had ye history. Kwame Nkrumah factories be nyina ye say dem are private individuals. Tonton ma money ade. How many of them are working now? Can you say na ma amabunu nya adwuma nyi? So our history clearly does not support that assertion. Enti so obi di gina so say aban wa japade bi na em perform ye na the decision ni say or turn them a private individual. Ye say Ghana for your oppose with our strongest energy be away mu bia say the oppose. Because our reason now no dey amaya banja pade nyina fi free ensem a on performance to cry Ghana Telecom ya yeken I don't want to talk about obi company ya ton ye nti ye tikrom ha yi se ye fa telecommunication yi pa nti adwuma omu ye enie ensem down we ka kire ye fa won experiences so Ghana for benya Wi-Fi free then go and read the bill na we say ye dem ma omu yi sa na enya but the same reason omu dem ma na me read about gasem. The same thing, and this time, your ton shares in Nibi, President Kofo told you 2004, and I got some net down, it is purely private. Ubusa reason Omodemaya, it was not doing well. Me do what I'm saying, until lawyer, I say government war, to say Labadi Beach Hotel. Now I say as a country, 32 million people as an over. Ye nya nipa bia wo mo be honest. Omo experience on bet manages a hotel na man ya profitable than say yes your toma na private individual na your tona no afa Ghana for do makote na one performing. So what is it? What is it? It means that the problem is not just the sales. The problem is yenwura ho yenkoya evaluation yenhwe ne ma ekoso honum say managerial issues are. Let's look at experts. Yenhwe say monitoring na yempe nipa ne fanko because I believe that you were the human resource to manage all our government companies and institutions. So the idea say yanton no. And why a reason be uncomfortable with the first of far by Japade.
So help me to understand NDC problem no. A branch champon Ohene the bid. Or member of parliament. Or cabinet minister. Enti NDC were concerned. And now said the idea mpo say, 60% stake no. A nimpo say, yedima obibia. Even if the person is even an NDC entrepreneur, we should not give it to anybody.
I understand you perfectly. But I'm sharing common as Any the okay it is super pepe because me my sequence of events any history as people as Ghanaians say your history chair say abanya japade a you can't say oh young farmer private individuals no more running most of them today you can't even see them. I say I would do one ma adani amanfo I say
okay
and so you need justification be as people say Rebecca say you say also on that tangent.
The Ghana for yem fan say enwumbre ya Kwame Etua Patrick Etihe okay NDC for position ne say aban japade de eni say aban diverse in interest in this ochna NDC wa aban ma eni say Ghana for say institution bia aban wo stake no aban say or diverse in interest is that the position?
That is my position.
Is your no personal
that
position?
Is my position,
but not your party's position,
because there has not been an official statement from the party. But me perspective as a student of politics, any the man who Ghana politics in
but you speak for the NDC.
I believe strongly that is also a fact. But I am telling you, so ubusa me question, and I'm just saying me personal view. Me who ni say and say abaya japade ye koso in the disguise say abayin ko phone to me managing here than them a private individual. It is a reason yan ko for them ma e for abaya japade, and by now as people we should know yet to Chrome has saying ehun ya ne say rich when you na lawyer wafa one saying development koso sa things as no do so musisi adan sa ubisa there will be a history to it. But history bien who be convince say as I say nan keye abaya say now it is being developed.
No, but hold on, I want to talk because maybe you might not be aware of. No,
but the fact that you can give any explanation, but me as a person, I believe say every explanation may be in Korea say a land that was formerly a government land is not in private hands. Don't justification is reasonable. We can accept it, but they will not change that fact. That is the point I want to make. I don't want to.
But it should be able to change. No, it should be able to change it because see sometimes so kind of boom sounds so now one factual one pay fapema and also so no
it can mislead
a crowd for a judgment because ebia okasa abandi ebia na kwan aban no kra fa so a oji firi obi ho no aban na hu say
it might be wrong
enti no to pacify ade no aban no ne empanyimfo bi akwa pama a wasidi a portion of land a ekodi aban ho a enya kwan so no de amade original Alodia owners na original Alodia owners no invite
private partners no mu develop
so yenye circumspect kakra because we ya na ye de akofrafra nema bia obehwe na we no enye saa ne tie me my assignment go and do your own research next time I go share so that it will not come from me. It don't come from me. That's how I share.
No, Baba, we say, me go show mo. Na me am say na go and so what are the issues? And so in general, Ubusamia, I think say yes sir. At least organized labor, but that Adibi Swesi, I just say, Chroma, never be there. I am Shanghai, Amanakono. Organized labor, no Omoka who. Some Omoka who are about me respond saying, say there's a power within the people, and all this war, he love you by Omuye Dino. Organized labor, he love you by Namogroma. Because action be sent here to prevent the government, so or the illegal you so you were silent. Some who be na yebreo, to be honest. Because organized labor come who bomb strike na nke eba no. Yes amana asa I smarter ama. So if we have this weapon now, why ni atana ho ama Ghana asa ya be do this time? Government decisions, PDS, any other thing in organized labor na mo. Look at how PDS are buying property to say ECG. ye tama private company in the same and command na me di me preface no say aban enkofo ne nya ne ye ntia de ma private no abaye ne later it turned out to be say nipa na ye de ma no crown po according to the minister was fraudulent. The whole thing was fraudulent. But no ma handle over government property the amount for 6 months. I'm now running.
Kwame. Where's the investigation?
Oh, lawyer nya no crese. Nya no crese minister ne ka say it was fraudulent.
No, but what makes you think say bia maybe so koyo so koyo
oh, lawyer me there we there asem we nkwa there. I still stand on it to say the minister at the time ono na ye energy minister ono na supervisor and say under his authority na sana mani nyina course no came out this is a public knowledge say the whole thing was fraudulent. And lawyer what's my minister ni here?
Oh, that be my no Kwame. To be fair me say one kasano nka me ma wasa ko find
first assignment in there assignment accepted.
But when
second assignment there because there's an evidence the same minister no second assignment to the lawyer.
But is some of this when they are sign performance contract. We are away.
Based on the condition precedent and as conditions subsequent. Sir, and commander who didn't but bibia ntimi nyim free mu say minister no supervisor ade ni nyina sa be ka che Ghana for say fraudulent. In the end, as I say Saja ade ne back to ECG. Ni nyina go into it nkofo bi mentality to take certain key assets and government there. And nkofo bi wo abani mu I suspect that they have a state capture agenda. Omo free a kire ba ni nyana so mutim say da chi bi yetimi be ye president and as yetimi ba aban mu a enema bi aban de we ye be free aban mu na say aban ye and that is what they are executing and it is good say Ghana for nyina ya kan ho abom na ya resist it because say ye mane to asesa na obi a betena aban no the 2 million na wonya no from aban japade a time will come government properties nyina aban ya
Abano chapa simadunso democracy jumade so I work as we enumbre interesting messages coming mamim ko so me free so I come and read some of the messages so mwakwaba
me jesu busini
na boko de
nyame adom boko na wada romance
we know last time the next time the main can the crop but the next time it will happen I will name you I'll give you an official tag
Matthias Ibu.
Notice is here by self
and accepted.
Okay. Now this brouhaha SNET Rock City hotels organized labor at the end of the day Rock City is watching SNET is okay fine we are yet to hear from organized labor whether they've rescinded their decision to go on strike or not but in all this UTA communications and MPP Munsia de bia free previous idea and idea way right from the onset there was some who say fine all that much backlash last minute kind what's your take on this whole thing?
Well, lawyer, let me make this thing clear. I think about a month or two ago, said Patrick Cradham Nukukushia. Me make a statement say the whole hulabalu surrounding this SPA, sales and purchase agreement between Rock City and SNET, it is untidy. We are not being fair to certain individuals. So for me, my advice here, I will tell Rock City, say irrespective of the level, Waboka, he should just back off. And I am a say, or what in the free. And but to a larger extent, law, me say in even a difficult situation, now I was all day unadulterated opinion bar. I think say as a lawyer, no matter where you stand, you will give your judgment as you are trained as a professional. And I will do that as a professional finance person without looking left or right. To a large extent for me, I will not advise any government whatsoever to get involved in commercial business. I will never, and my senior brother will agree with me, I will never. What government should do, and say, you become a lender of last resort. So when now a particular industry, then you come in with a soft financing loans. Now the amount to at that extent you use it to even buy shares. Not later as a business then you sell it off and take your money. Senior na me boy. Sana me, my advice to government. No government should involve itself in commercial ventures. You see, it doesn't gel. It is not done anywhere.
No, but when you are talking about pensioners money,
I'm
not
I'm
ordinary.
building
Okay,
myself.
okay.
You see, it drew baby. You say, Okujato a hero. Honorable Okujato a black white hero. Okay. The same person no defending 94 million euros. I will be a nyaduma or no nam TV show. A defending between me and you, looking at our face. Just 94 million euros, no. Akwan waje ene. Yes, we a hero. Yefanto. I say I Crophobia by Jumabu construction company be I carry even the then president John Evans Atamios advised say that money should not be paid. And almost and we had somebody like Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa against the advice of the president was justifying it. So much here. Ghana for who so we hero. No problem. I'll proceed. The whole argument, there's emotional side of it and objective side of it. And remember, you say a lot of people who have engaged themselves in this argument have rather chosen to do emotional analysis and leaving the objective analysis. SNIT, as a pension provider, at any point in time, should ensure, say, Sika minu on our behalf, is invested in vehicle between any we call something at most, at least, a risk-free investment. Not a riskier investment. So when you tell me investment in hotels, in hospitality industry is a riskier investment because you cannot guarantee an occupancy rate in a hotel. You can go 2 months, no be amedaho. You can't guarantee. So at any particular point in time, it is advisable say all the pension institutions should ensure say they invest the assets of their contributors into a near risk-free assets. Golden Beach hotels. Golden Beach hotels. Hotels here can once me. Senior, I think that before even we proceed to do analysis on it, we should also try as much as possible to know the history of these Golden Beach hotels. SNET has not on its own raised a block so I could see hotel. SNET has never done that. So this hotel and SNET dia. Around between the middle 90s, omo mukosi hotel na omo find omo within government no. Omo who said that hotel no, it is not profitable for them. No. Then they hang this hotel on the neck of SNET. So SNET on its own has never built a hotel. It's a fact. We can't run away from it. So the point is that why should somebody build a hotel within 5 years or sematon? So, say initial investors, conceive that idea to go into hospitality industry. Now all of a sudden, they are running away from that investment. Let us ask ourselves, why did they divest that interest? Adan omukosi hotel DC Buswa Disco. Omukosi DC Elmina. Omukosi DC Labadi. Omukosi DC Cape Coast Ridge Royal. All of a sudden they run away from that investment. And for 25 years, I can tell you on authority, Golden Beach Hotels, as a department or a subsidiary of Senate, has never given Senate any good returns. So for me, anything about this, me not me expect to say even Kaleba should be the first person to tell Senate, say you are managing our money. Take our money away from the toxic asset and protect it for us.
So society as a finance person, why would Brian Champon want to buy something that will not bring any dividend to that institution?
I proceeded. When Steve Jobs diversify Apple, it is not as if as Apple was doing bad, but he wanted to share risk. Every business, that's how it is. Once you put your money in a business, when the business starts going up, as a serial entrepreneur or anybody in finance office who pays, you divest your interest even when the company is doing well, not when the company is doing bad. Because and at the value of your share, you get a premium. So for me, Senate, I cannot talk for them. What I say, but I'm a contributor. I'm telling you, I have contributed to Senate since 1997. Misika Ombi. So for me, I think that under no circumstance, and we the workers should allow Senate to continue to pamper those hotels on our Yensika. Because for 25 years, when dividend as Senate to Golden Beach Hotel to Senate, then Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa ignorantly come and tell us, say, 2022 financial statement na one almost turnover, right? Almost high turnover 107 million, 207 million, that figure not minkai, but he made a statement on a turnover. What's he saying? Almost a profit no moka, or say a turnover, right? A turnover in the region of 178 million or so. Me pacho what I say? One, turnover. Two, I say, Senate you call Golden Beach Hotels accounts mono. Almost a reserve of 51 million Adam. Three, I say, almost a gross profit. So much. But as a seasoned politician, a parliamentarian, I will quote parliament, assessment on our behalf. How can you base on turnover to say a business is profitable? How? Who told him that?
Wouldn't you say, Mabel? Wouldn't you say, for whatever it is worth, Mabel, for whatever it is worth, the fact say organized labor, original say, look, this deal over our dead body. We are going to lay down our tools, ground the country to a halt if this deal will not stop. The fact say Omo buy into it, I make a strong case. I am so ama Rock City Hotel I back out of this deal no. And say whatever Okujeto may have said, whatever people bought into it, and that is a community inside
of this. There's emotional side of it, and there's subjective side of it. He has chosen to take the emotional aspect of it, and it has worked.
When and there was me who the objective aspect of it.
That's it.
Okay,
that is it. So for me, under no circumstance, me say from here, labor leaders, should tell us, say, are we happy? Say yes, a contribution. Yeah, they are Rasa Hotel nim. Now hotel into me my returns for over 25 years, and we are okay.
Okay.
The first problem I say when even labor sat down for this hotel to be hanged on Snake's neck.
Okay.
But baby, for me, media, if I am a consultant to Senate, say, fine, if you have issue about the valuation of the entire asset, let us go back Senate. Take that 100 million. Still hold your 40% in that hotel. Neko investors on my behalf because you see, there are several risk-free investment we have. Oh yes. Oh, you see. Oh no. Please. Please.
Finance person.
When I say when I say a risk-free, I am talking about a near liquid asset
like
T-bill. What I say, T-bill and investment not even more than 12 months. And I will not allow, you see, the risk of an investment is dependent on the time. The more you are investing in a certain asset, because of uncertainty ahead of us, you may not know.
Okay.
So use that money. Even that money is in a call account or is in savings accounts. It is better for me because meaning say on behalf of me, SNIT is having some 60 million sitting out there for me. But for now,
bachelor studies will indicate to you says cano ecosity out there. There was a year na accumulate a lot of wind. It will not be
the same scano have sat there. Have sat in these Golden Beach hotels for more than 25 years, and it is not bringing anything. What you say? It is not bringing anything.
But then now, Casa, we are so torn. See a share, maybe see a timer or more echo G stick scout mutuai. That's a nay. See a tons are taken. How much are
you see?
Because it don't so be managing you because Rich Royal, for instance,
senior, even before President Kufuor took over in 2001, that hotel no 1994 and 1995 was in East Nice. I am a living witness to it because that time the CEO was then Mr. Jampo. Kwabena was Ebozu. Abrante no koko jina independent wa tafono, tepano. 2020 elections, he was the head of finance. There was another one, I friend Mr. Hato, no, Ewo Busua. I know everything about Busua.
Okay.
So time on by, you see, it was gradually picking up. Yelusu election 2008. Then the change of management, Mr. Jampo Macy, so rest in peace. So for me, Semetrasi, na me ya us. Na me share other investment. How it has paid to investment. This investment is not in the interest.
Workers by demand accountability.
So for me,
and
media,
yeah.
baby ababidru Brand Champon. Why you know free no is good. The you feel say your person your day sa assets na no. See if you see besa kwa isika bio because I know say quite recently about 6 or 7 years ago there was investment of $6 million into sa hotel ya ekela labadi nkwa balapam we say Busua Elmina Red Royal ebiankum but how can we continuously say in the name of say you hold that legacy the pride yema ade no ensure but for me dwere say even if say you were 40% of an investment that is paying well,
it's better than
having 100%. Okay. And even winning, me offer. Kwabena Kessben. Who say he took similar decision? He invested in football. Or who said he divested it. So diversification in business. A new thing here, the state capture, as I said, the emotional side has won over the objective side. No problem. But here we will call on the labor unions. They should give us because me be a contributor. Be a contributor because I'm me baba ko pensioner. Enka de e be free hotels na ba no. Enka be ka ho anka be ko. But for over 25 years hotel no dey am fa bi mai.
Okay. But I say besan ba won chen na ya to adwumadie so Utie Michael S.L. Mills is in Shaeso Constituency Secretary for the New Patriotic Party. He speaks for the New Patriotic Party. Okay, now back to our cherished listeners and watchers. In corner, maybe messages about Enyumbre na Yenkinkai Kakra. We'll come back to the studio. Mumame Embre Kakra me kind messages. I'll come back to you. Okay, so what are the messages? Okay, where are you guys? Okay, so now this one is coming from Onuya from Bebu. He says the teacher union leaders are disgrace to the teacher fraternity. For whatever reason, they allow teachers' money to be deducted for laptops, but for over years now, some of us have not received the laptops. They see this as a matter of no importance, but rather the sale of snake hotels. One of the useless strikes ever, he says. Okay. Now, this the same teacher union stuff. Okay. Now, this one says, lawyer, good evening to you. It's not because we don't want our own, but politics has made it so. Remember, Ibrahim Mahama is a Ghanaian who had the capacity to mine bauxite in Ghana, but his own fellow Ghanaians, MPP member, deny him of that asset. The same is a play with the snake issue, he says. Okay, now this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. NDC propaganda cannot win election, never again. Former President Mahama is not a strength. We know him already, he says. Okay, now this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. About the propaganda bits. This one says, okay, this one is coming from Aipe from Asisiriwa. It says, any politically exposed person who would ignorantly chastise Honorable Samuel Kujeto Ablakwa for fervently fighting the state capturers from selling off hotels will be seen as our biggest enemy. Samuel Kujeto Ablakwa, God bless you for profusely discharging your parliamentary duties diligently. Okay. Now, this one says, lawyer, from the submission of the NDC man, their problem is with Brian. Okujeto mobilizes NDC people to blame government of buying state assets and gallons. He never blamed Senate. Pani from Accra sends us this message. Now, this one says, sir, okay, good evening to you and your panel members. Okay, I'm sure this one is not meant for me. Okay, so this one says, Patrick Kwame, personality does not belong to NDC but MPP because okay, I'm trying to understand. Okay, so this one says, okay, good evening to you, lawyer. Let us monitor SNIT well, because this is not the first time they are selling state property. We should not forgive that social security bank which used to belong to SNIT, but they sold it out to private entity. Andrew Squatting sends us this one from Sunyani Kotokrum. Okay, Sunyani Kotokrum. Now, this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. He says, I want you to ask the NDC man for me, what came over ex-president by claiming free SHS as his initiative? Or he thinks all Ghanaians have short memory. You discuss it, but Tano Tano Achiman Assemblyman Kwabre East sends us this message. Okay. Now this one says please, those who are calling me, don't call me. I beg you. I cannot pick you. Lawyer, good evening to you. Ask a chair that why did John Dramani Mahama, why did he sell Ghana port to a foreigner? Papa lawyer, who sold Ghana port? I learned former President Mahama sold Ghana port at that time. Why didn't Edua say what he's saying? When Yenehini bauxite was given to Ibrahim Mahama, a brother of the then President Mahama, what did the NDC say? Gideon sends us this message. Okay. Good evening to you, lawyer, watching and listening to you live from South Africa. Lawyer, my greetings to Honorable Collins, Augustine Ntina MP for Ofinso North Constituency and incoming MP for Ahafuano South East Constituency, who is also go to be Minister of Youth and Sports. Frederick Achampon, Kofi Achampon, aka Achi. Okay, this one is coming from JK Asante from South Africa. Lawyer, thank you, and I will say thank you too. Now, this one says, with state capture ongoing by some prominent government officials, we will wake up one day to hear that all the so-called one district, one factory will be sold to people in authorities, and Ghana will keep on bleeding. Kujo, Ajay Kojo Tema, Ajay Kojo Tema West sends us this message. Now, this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. I am Enoch, aka Christian soldier from Mamponkofia. I say, what organized labor did by declaring a nationwide strike is a clear indication that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and some people have failed Ghanaians big time, he says. Okay. Now, Chief Soso, future MP for Mina, says, in fact, Dr. Bawumia and Dr. Matupoku Prempe regional engagement is a perfect move to bring every constituency on board. So we sincerely appeal to Kwame Etua that no amount of their whims and caprices can quench the unity within the new patriotic party. Greetings to Asel Mills, he says. Okay. Now, this one is coming from Nanakua Mwabuating Ablikuma Central, aka Dr. Bawumia is breaking the 8. Good evening to you, lawyer. NPP is breaking the 8 to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Dr. Matupoku Prempe, aka Napo. Okay, he has special greetings to Ambassador Mike Okwe Jr., CEO Ghana Free Zones Authority, and parliamentary candidate Ome Kwabenya constituency. Okay, now this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. God bless Honorable Kujecha Braka for saving Ghana from the state capture. 24-hour economy is the way. Henry Anab, Sunafo North Constituency, sends us this one. He says, Okujeto has saved Ghana more than Akufo-Addo Bawumia, he says. Good evening to you, lawyer. Please let me know the president who sold Merchant Bank. And no Merchant Bank was sold during Mahama's regime. So NDC must give us a break, he says. Okay. A great day for Ghanaian working people. And Honorable Samuel Kujeto Abrakwa for to okay. Okay. To save Snake Hotels and shame to Akufo-Addo and MPP, Bawumia and Nepo, the arrogant people. Papa J, Junior from Efijase, please, more your message and I'm sure ya more boy and I do a beer. Good evening to you, lawyer. See the way NDC communicators are seriously criticizing the Snake deal. They would have done the same. They are all the same in the same soup. We need Alan who will not tolerate these acts. Is Isaac Odum sends us this message, and this one says, I am Big Aquis from Fiyase lawyer. Thank you, and I will say thank you also. And this one says, okay. Please, may I know whether teacher strike has been called off? Thanks. Okay, we have to have official communication to indicate whether it is off or not. Thank you, lawyer. I wish Napo all the best. He should not mind his detractors, but should stay focused. Free as a Fukumasi sends us this message or other messages. Okay, let me come back to the studio. Plenty messages. We'll find a way to see how we manage. It's already 8:46. We have now. Let me go to Gabi Chre. Meko Gabi ho na menwe na dwintre on okay, which is Gabi afamfanto for musene
menu apan afamfanto sema oka tiawa.
I'm giving you 3 minutes
because yes say ensampa eyetia afamfanto sema oka nyina ne say after 32 years of democratic governance nyame pena yenya dru December 7 anase afia yesi moino na MPP amanyoko no wadi tumi ebra say call kabima minka bia amanyose mu no 16 solid years NDC no nso wadi 16 solid years demom kasa ba ko da Ghana for anopa sometimes otibia na ma wakoma be ya se Ghana ni timamuni say Ghana de da ben na ebeyeye Ghana de da ben. And for you say we cannot do the same thing and expect different results. MPP NDC is becoming more or less like an 8-year ritual. In film work so it's more or less like sebe yakope bonsam bako. Inti yakwa bonsam kete na no ya kono na yafanaba. After 8 years no adana bonsam na hu yehu ba. Said ye obaye o say all kind messages. There was one thing I mefa. According politics of equalization, we say President Mahama time or Toma Nidua. We say Toma Braina. Inti debiano, it is about party and not the country. Inti mprempren afrafran ton se maye ganyina ne say. Ghana emre bi atwam. NDC amanyoko no under the president John Dramani Mahama ka kire mabu na wawe university say. Me menya magician, me ntime ma wadwuma. The Minister of State Rashid Pepo tie mu ka kire Ghana vo mabu no a gonya ntete across the various tertiary institutions sa. Obeti megina na watimi de nyanza wanya na boa me ajeje o man ne se omunkotwa sere na mometon na adwuma bia ni ho ma se nipa na dane ne ho ani ka kiro so to abama ne December 7 no mo adwuma se ne hu John Boadu ano ye MPP amanyoko no trotro opanyini gina so MPP so ka kire Ghana fo se adwuma bebuan ma aje se kokra manfo free ama afoforo Kessben Nigeria Botswana ansana adwuma no kra no omatimi aba be yesa eni party wona adwuma da ha ye nyobi kra manenge Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia timu ka kire say there will be jobs and employment no ka say unemployment rate is hovering around 14%. Na oye Christonia unim say owura bi de talent e man nkrofo bi Bible no ma yehun say de otimi de ye ade pa no okoso ma ne kese enti na yensa ma yekanya say Ghana fo yi say ene aban adwuma betima fa nipa only 600,000 slightly over that na yenim say private sector a lead in job creation na ye ba adwuma creation so there is only one person who is proven across the African continent in the shape of Ira Lankojo Chamati unimu yenzenjo ni say edu say Nelson Mandela e pen nipa ma na tu no fo kwan obefa so anya nwuma ma South African citizen or to nsa free Ireland and protect this ya to nsa free Ireland enti na yensema ye kan say Ireland be di trade ministry ma unse menu ndisi ni wa woso no ho ma me ni kan diffuse so propaganda na nsa na
otama so
enti masma make nyina ne say under trade ministry through 1D1F through strategic anchor industries through 1D1F Ireland create 160,000 jobs nensa kakra na talent kakra na demand enti na yasema ye kan say so say the Ghana sika ni nyina sha nsem so omampanyini e ma ne di oman no so a we will do better and better and better because kakana de send Sahara no 400 million Ghana cedis it created these jobs and then yensama ye kan say the worker say between minutes ne dem say wa ma mega krabi yensama ye kan nyina ne say yentimi enton koso nye ade a ye no nura enya sunsun so foforo da bia na yesu NDC ba because under President John Dramani Mahama, even there was no industrial growth. There was negative industrial growth in 2015. Trade deficit, I can't that trade ministry. Ye Ralan Koye, as of 2017 MPP Amanyokono, ye pow, ye Ralan say on no trade minister. Odi Omaniso trade minister. A Canada John Dramani Abane dia tour was in excess of $2.8 billion a year kada trade ministry.
Okay.
Enti so ultimately tete maye benya mfaso atetinya na yesi ye dwadi nsem so bekoso na yesi onim say also onim say oman bia ne ho betimadi ya ma no ho ani dwadi sem enkoso enti na yesi maye kan nyina ne say one ene ade ba ko a mede betwa to pan yesi ye hwe eye some of the constitutional provisions yesi are amended.
Okay.
Menua ma memfa we ntwa to ene article 71 emolument ade ba ko a ma ne obabunu bia pese won tinwura amanyose mu ne yesi amamra na ma enkofu bi akonya momunya dodode bi a broso as compared to other public workers enti na obi ebu ni ketema no afa amanyo sem kwan so enti sabi obenya akra bi a sabi onyini no ba onya adwuma bi a nso wanya no ho mpempem under the expense of the ordinary Ghanaian enti yensa maker nyina say it's about time say amamra no yensa ebi mu ema yeni yema ye ho enti article 71 na 8 mama ne obi apu checha na wawura amanyo sem no ye pese ye nhwe na ye ba yensa enti enne de obi anim say do obetime aje Ghana emprempren do obetime di omana so on say in governance we call something no me am de manu see we call something situational leader in situational oman wo mu emprempren the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia honorable Napo combination it is a very lethal combination. Say a fellow combination. Here, John Dramani Mahama, the for the channel to us. Also, clearly, these options are not options for Ghanaians going forward in the 2024 election.
Don't worry, you guys. Don't stress yourself, cry. When the manifestos, when manifesto are ready, when that we pick one issue.
That 5 months to election.
Prince.
The entire media gabi kasana mesre no. I'm say we are see power no pa na adwuma den I say wo bobo na Messi ni Ronaldo e wo team back na ye defender na say dey tackle nezo no issue no you must tackle both MPP and this at the same time and san no timi aye dey asele the message it mean you are doing very well let me applaud you for that. Like I must very brief. Young power china mention of Empire Bonne say
mention South
as usual umbe conduct to very well na election na very peaceful Empire Bonne say as we the election campaign is getting heated ubia antene ho as said there is only one country that we have and we call Ghana ubia we wish each and every one of them the best of luck.
Me da say obuame kwame
Time there.
oh maybe about 3 minutes, don't worry, I'll give you 3 minutes.
Lawyer, test the video ba say ya ton tell my port watch enye no kre. NDC mum ene extension of the port. The Meridian Port Services. In fact, wow we bia ofa Google but Meridian Port Services Ghana. E be ya mo ready how our government under the NDC expand the port no ama ene yenya ibia beka ho a benefit Ghana obi anton port bia lawyer say it's all case the hotels were not doing well and also nyana credit because they knew she cry and him say Labadi Beach was told in 2023 it make a profit about 25 million Ghana cedis to Senate and the assertion say it is not doing well so and also nyana credit and also so ubo sisia remember ubio Google I was say Labadi Beach Hotel makes history pays 25 million Ghana cedi dividend cleared to Senate 2023 and say uwo hotel na make 23 million Ghana cedis 230 billion in a year profit. I mean you don't call it say hotel no is not doing well. Again you make an assertion say I didn't think the Senate according to those capital investments. And also I strongly disagree with him because as at the time almost 25 years ago now value the time and now clearly baby I saw the fire and also enko na say okay say your mum first can go to government asset and then am by you I have to chrome has saying tell my coach school me a finance person it's a finance person it's still in finance books so open the first bonds are government bonds and I say investment it is government bonds and they the safest and more buying pensioners some do musika kotoye o musika hye amene enkofo bi anya stroke ebi ewu enti wo advice senate say enka ne kete hei ena ka senate one place ka na nkoye am investing into hotels yi ena senate this guy koto aban shares ne ye da sori anapa ne say dem be ye maba be ye debt exchange program ama spread this cano for 15 years mutua first and more 5% 10% and no how is all call it so sir and common there we are there they will have to invest somewhere ni nyina nkoma ye di nyina about down to management ntimi dem go so ka say we have human resources e betim there na me 1 minute ma me fan kan policy ba ko a ye dey ba lawyer NDC the bank be be women's bank na women's bank no ye go so an Ghana for di nkomo a banga a man bank. In fact, Ghana Hakra, I saw some in some parts of the Women's World Bank in zone be there. But wait there, a national bank to say NIB, ADB, Ghana Commercial Bank, money there. Ne purposely a ma into Women's Bank na ya day bano at the besia interest elso ebe ma e ma omudiga. Sa bank na ya man bank. Enti ya ma me ma mu wodwoma muhia besia ede adudwa mukwaje besia na ehun si hu no ebu mukon NDC ene John Mahama ehumu yehumu dadwen obi akwaje bosia ne keta kro ntimi na so lawyer obi akwaje bosia na wotwe bi o 1000 Ghana 500 Ghana cedis ede atete abeto ne so ye the women's bank e ba eye purposely for women empowerment SLI finance ye finance so study microfinance it was all centered on women. But women's bank will focus on women empowerment. Ya de besia be mama me fo no ama o matimi atimi adidwa na interest kakra bi ene da so a enkoye interest akese o matete wo wiase. So the women's bank is coming from the NDC. Almost support John Mahama mama fo amutie ya atadwe matede ne mu benya loans adidwa interest ne ye very minimal e bit ma bo am business.
Okay. But as kwa me menko eso na you have the finance.
Women's bank never.
Women's bank, you know, it will come in. It will come into the financial industry, financial sector. Is it going to be a pure commercial bank or the commercial bank? And I said,
Now, who is no,
me part is a commercial bank, and
what time now na ekono?
Okay.
Some men's bank,
Winim. Winim.
Also men's bank,
A quick one. Senior. Mami kasem cho. Me no yana se me ko program on. I try as much as possible to move away from afafanto and the things that they say. Mami kasem cho. Say yes, NPP and to me and provide jobs. Ama Ghana Team Youfa. The person responsible is Honorable Alan Chamantin. Because Ghana, there is no minister. When your time, it will trade ministry chair Honorable Alan Chamantin. Ibio. Good. Good. Nobody. There is nobody. Trade. So if we have trade imbalance, if our industries are not performing, if we have unemployment, then the person in NPPs twice from 2001 to 2009, from 2017 to 2024, if we are talking about trade ministry non-performance, then the best person to hold is Honorable Alan Chamantin.
No, I disagree with you.
Oh yes, you see the point is that.
You know I disagree with you.
Talk to me.
I disagree with you because there's what we call ultimate responsibility. If Alan Debbie I didn't call and say not on your Juma so abandon it will not be we can buy no continue and for that long. Send our can
you see, also we are doing cherry picking here. We are picking and choosing. I say, okay, and I say 40 million, 400 million. And they are there, then one district, one factory. One district, one factory. Look when this NPP manifesto more. Is more or less you tell me, say, yeah, draw a manifesto, no one actually free in them or the betum.
Of course, there is breakdown.
Yeah, good. Then when I tell you, say, he is the worst performer as far as trade minister is concerned, I will say, and their own company. You see, so for me, please, manager Jai, you've had your time, please. I wasn't comfortable, baby, and I walk on. What I say? Please, this is big platform, I tell you. So for me,
Gabi,
we have shown. No, we have shown. We have shown. So when it comes to industrialization, the policy right of NPP, as I'm telling you now, so honorable Alanchama, so free NPP. Our automobile policy, it is still running. Sino, VW, Nissan, Toyota, even of late, the support that has been given to Kantanka, I was stepping down from certain SUVs. Say, small cars. It is the government policy. So for me, NPP we've shown beyond every reasonable doubt. Say a bus when sitting somewhere, bringing ideas to form a policy to implement. We are super. So for me, maybe. No, that be only that be Meno. I will speak the truth, and let me tell you. You see, they don't know people.
no.
They don't know people than us.
No,
We've been in this game. So in conclusion,
Gabi, I'm not giving you any 30 seconds.
In conclusion,
No, I'm not giving you. No 30 seconds. It's a land.
In conclusion, I will urge everybody who speaks like him should not do cherry picking. Take the responsibility and take the glory. But you want to take the glory, but when it comes to the responsibility, you are shifting. You are not trustworthy. People who are trustworthy accept responsibility, they accept liability, and you see. So for me, people will talk. Oh yeah, they cover always by what they cover. Industrialization policy, automobile policy is a birthright of MPP, and we continue to engage Ghanaians in that direction because we feel say Ghana baby I Ghana swadiye. But if we are able to veer into sa venture very soon we'll be able to serve Ghana's market. We'll be able to serve the sub-region. We'll be able to serve Africa and beyond. And a grand Ghana Mrante and a Mabawa Epe. So for me, media, the difference is clear. Me pesa Ghana for any trust or MPP mu, any trust or Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, any trust or Dr. Matthew. If for anything at all, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempa or partner Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you can say anything, but one thing. Say, or hard working, what the responsibility manner he will deliver, and Obia will should be obeti biano. It is such a person we want. Debi Amika,
Thank you.
Kagami, oh, Debi Amiba, who said Kagami is not a nice person. Rwanda, but when it comes to the deliveries, everybody.
Okay.
Lee Kuan Yew was not a nice person, but when it comes to delivery, Mahathir, Malaysia, he was not a nice person. So for me, I know Dr. Matthew Poku Prempa is a nice person, but the other side of him, say, when you give him a bulk work, he will do it for you.
Okay, me quite 30 seconds.
Why is that what you 30? And there's some sort of 50.
See, I only Ghana for the do anything command. Be na beja tum say esi sabai. By on commodity said that Fanto need head. And yes, if you be cheddar for be almost say obi dey pobedo.
No cheddar nigga, I won't allow you to. No, I won't allow you to go cheddar.
Any other political parties they make Ghana for say the only political party to bet ma save Ghana, bet ma win MPP, NDC. And this what you tum say see a changer. Now go to about for Frantoni Eponi Wahoni. Come straight to this in
Gabi 30 seconds.
Reacting in 30 seconds to many opinion this claims no. It is a lie. No, MPP secretary. It is a lie from the pit of hell that Honorable Alan is the worst performing trade minister in the history of this country. The truth of the matter is that he is the best the trade ministry has seen, in the sense that when it comes to, you see, lawyer, he's interfering with my 30 seconds. Lawyer, the truth of the matter is that the $4 billion Emma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
Say on fanya nyumama Ghana mabunu through NAPCO and NAPCO who say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will go down in history as the worst vice president. I was saying Nobel would be president, right? So you see, let's be very honest. $4 million to NAPCO and NAPCO who say you only gave 400 million cedis to Honorable Alan. And on the may I say, and 1D1F no say anye ye Alan. And me anye said the minimum penity okay. It has created 160,000 jobs and no more county. But go for soon Gansamu posti. I think Yakubu I defend it. But down the lane, proud to the internal premise of the New Patriotic Party, they told the world that they rather like Kwajo Shamati and Timang. And then no more than who there was a Ghana for Yinas from Twabaman. Brainchild of Alan and there was a MPP bonafide property. Strategic anchor industries, automobile. It is an idea of the Honorable Alan Shamati. Kobut and a policy 1D1F, you had the command presidency, right? Yeah, the command man frame and sana ye yaba because they couldn't have done it. Whoever took it couldn't have implemented it because it wasn't imagining. Less than 4 years created 127 jobs. Gavin, factories, 127 factories. Gavin, relax. Over 160,000 jobs. And they occupy Mahmoud Bawumia. Economy is exposing based on his own words. Economy na swallow. And they will journey free home to digitalization. They didn't try ma eslaka. Okofa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ba kofa Dr. Napo eba ene nsem omo kan say wa sheda didi Gera Kwame Nkrumah time say be ani din be kwache that den nyuma pam ma wodi nkwache I guess atem didi clearly this pair will finish Ghana clearly this pair
okay you can respond
and this John Domani Mahama how Ghana for come from 2012 to 2016 clearly and this crowd there more nka bi ene yankwa na 5 months down to the election lawyer we have produced a document not just a manifesto a comprehensive plan towards liberating this country from the chassis and abysmal performance of these two parties.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you,
John Domani Mahama there he is the worst to even talk about.
Ezel, quick one on the pool one so that we can go.
This your platform is very big. And will be about better platforms will make a statement and you should be careful. Did you ever hear Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe insulting Dr. Kwame Nkrumah?
No.
What no. So you can't use this platform to perpetuate lies. What you say? You see, you brought something for somebody to carry that you are not ready to carry. We say this government a bad job creation. Report all. And I said the person who was responsible for trade and industry is the person you are touting here. So if NPP is worse, then the then minister is the worst person. That is the logic. And let me tell you, me say Kessben is a very big platform. We have nurtured this platform for quite a long time. Nobody should make any attempt to spew lies. So Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe has insulted the personality because he said, say, or no one will say. Don't
repeat that. I mean, you have clarified the point. Don't
communicate on this platform. Then I am sorry.
Okay.
What you say?
Gentlemen, thank you very much. 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 Okay. Now it's my turn. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you. Gentlemen, you need chilled beer. Go and have a chilled beer. Okay, so the discourse. Well, my Sunday message is I am to me and you see, when you see the MPP and the NDC coming together. But I'm surprised because anyway. Okay, so this is coming from the Ghana Police. This is extract from Station Diary. One Beatrice Ibrahim of house number plot 28 block 6. Crowfrom on contact number 0554246685 called at the Dosu office and reported that today, 13th of July 2024, at about 2 p.m., her daughter Blessing Yaira, age 6 years, fair in complexion, about 4 feet tall, went out to buy food but has since not returned home. And strenuous efforts made to trace her has proved futile or abortive. As such, informing police for necessary assistance is very, very critical here. Extras of occurrence was prepared from the station diary and handed over to the complainant. So near Yakina and say Ababawa, I friend Blessing Yaya. Awadi Enfiancia or JJ Koko Oyebe Anamo 6 feet tall. Yasi opue se okoto eduane ebesi sabre enya ade a wabafie wabomodin bia se wo hwehwe no so wonya enhu no enti obi bia wahu ababaawa abofra wadi emfiansia oye kokko kakra obetimi abone din Blessing Yaya ne maame Beatrice Ibrahim se wo hwehwe na wo hu no ewo crofrom enti bomodin for 055424 6685 and I say free a police for you better be for about Juma in the picture and Anna that's one. You better be for about Juma in Nasi. Once you better as so when you home Abu Travis Sabri. On behalf of the producers of the show, say thank you so much for being with us tonight on Democracy on Kaz. Tomorrow, Mensha South. Lawyer Nana Ajay Bafo. Stand tall, you're going to win convincingly tomorrow. Wish you all the best. There is no beer in heaven. Enjoy your chill beer while last year on earth.
For when we'll be going right to heaven, all my friends will be drinking all the beer.